Hello, everyone, and welcome to the series analysis episode of the Seattle Baseline podcast. My name is Julian Smith, and I'm with Alex Hong. Alex, the Mariners just won the Vetter Cup, and their offense was electric. Alex, I want to hear your thoughts on this series.
Hey Julian, we seem to be doing pretty well against the Padres in recent years, and this year was no exception. We went 2-1 in this series, and if you include the games in the other series where we swept the Padres, we went 5-1. This San Diego team we're doing pretty well against. There's a lot of things that were positive about this series. So not only the fact that we won this series, like you said, the offense was really, really well. It seems like this team is back and playing a lot better, especially since the last game against the Athletics. Up until the entire Padres series, the offense was good throughout. I'm pretty happy and excited going forward. This was an awesome series. All Mariners fans should be pretty happy.
Yeah, the pitching was okay. I don't think the pitching was particularly good in this series, but I've got to say the offense was just amazing. Um, Gino Suarez just had one of his best series as a Mariner. We'll talk about that later, but I want to talk about Luke Raley right now. Luke Raley puts on a pair of glasses and becomes Superman at the plate. It's actually insane. I knew that Luke Raley was going to be better with the glasses, but I didn't really expect this much better. In spring training, actually, Luke Raley debuts the glasses, and apparently he was early to everything because he's seeing spin with the glasses on now. I can't believe this guy played professional baseball without being able to see spin. That's actually really insane to me. He just sees the shape of the ball apparently, and that's how he used to get hits. But now that he can see the spin, he's early to it. He just has to adjust a little bit later every time, and he's golden. He's perfect in that way. So it's not just Dom Canzone now. We have Luke Raley as well, who can play excellent offense from the right field position.
It just feels like this offense is like firing on all cylinders right now. We talked about how this offense has a lot of good players, right? And I know every MLB player slumps at some point throughout the season, right? And like we had Eugenio Suarez when he first came to the Mariners, he wasn't playing very well. Like Jorge Polanco goes through his slumps. Randy's kind of going through a slump right now, but right now it seems like there was a lot of players who played well in this series. Cal Raleigh, he got his 50th home run, so on top of what he did against the Athletics, he's been playing well. Jorge Polanco has been playing really well this series. Julio's been a constant. I'm really, really happy that Suarez is playing well. And I know Mariners fans were getting a little impatient because he wasn't playing well for the first few weeks,
Mm-hmm.
but now, he had an amazing two home run series against the Padres. He had a good series against the A's. He seems to be back, and he's really showing us the power of what Eugenio Suarez can do to the Mariners, which is a big offensive boost in production. This it's just going well right now. What can I say?
I mean the Suarez that we traded away to the Diamondbacks and the Suarez we got back from the Diamondbacks are completely different players. They when the Mariners traded him away, he was a strikeout guy. He could get home runs, but he's not really hitting that much. This Eugenio Suarez with the new open stance, getting not turning too much from the ball, everything like that, it makes him a lot more not sustainable. Sustainable is not the right word. It makes him a lot more consistent. Every single at bat, he seems to be doing the same thing. And maybe he's going to slump sometimes. Maybe he's not going to see the ball well. Maybe he catches a cold sometimes. It There's going to be so many reasons that players slump in this game, but the bottom line is Gino Suarez in 2025 is going to help the Mariners win series and wins or get games. And so that's going to be really exciting. I'm super excited for Luke Raley's glasses and Eugenio Suarez's surge this series. I am super excited. I think this offense is going to go places.
One other thing I want to mention, let's talk a little bit about the starting pitching. So, Castillo, he definitely did not have his best, and he hasn't been playing well lately. But I mean, Castillo's obviously he's been a very streaky player ever since he's gotten here. So if he's not doing good now, as long as does good later down the line and into the postseason, I think that's okay there. I don't have like the highest expectations of Castillo, but he's been overall pretty good overall, I'd say this season. So, I mean, he's going through a little bit of a rough stretch right now, but hopefully he can get back to it. Bryce Miller, not too bad considering it's his second start back, and hopefully he can continue to improve down the line. And Wu, he's been our ace this year. He's been very consistent. Fortunately, his 6 inning streak did end, but he still had a good start considering that only 2 runs given up. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy. I'd say
Um,
still with how Wu has been playing.
Bryce Miller. I want to talk about Bryce Miller because the first start, it felt like okay, he's just back from an injury. Oh man, he gives up runs in every single inning. This time, other than the 4 runs in the second inning, he locks in. He goes 0-0-0-0 on the first, third, fourth, and fifth innings. I like that a lot more than just staggering 1-1-1-1. And so I'm happy with Miller's progression. I think his velocity's been up. His spin rate on his pitches have been really solid. I think we're ready to see 2024 Bryce Miller come back in 2025. So I'm really excited about that. Speaking of pitchers, actually, Emerson Hancock gets reinstated in the Mariners, but he's not a starter. He is a relief pitcher. Alex, you're actually the one that texted me about this. I want to hear your thoughts about that.
Yeah, I mean, we Hancock right now, if he were to get called up to start, there would be no room for him, right? We just got Bryce Miller back. I mean, we even demoted Evans, so Hancock has no room on the team to start. But something he could provide value is the relief pitching. And something Hancock did struggle with when he was starting is that his fastball is not elite per se, right? That's been a weakness about him ever since he was, a starter in the majors. But in his relief outings, his fastball has been really fast. I mean, I think in his last relief outing, he was averaging 98.5 miles per hour on his fastball and topping around 99. So he's been he's been throwing harder, and that's really good because most relief pitchers they need a good fastball, and certainly this was going to help him too. And he has a big arsenal, right? He has a lot of secondary pitches that he's good at that a lot of relievers don't, right? The reason why they're relievers is because they have like 2 or 3 pitches they can throw, but Hancock has a lot of pitches he can throw. So yeah, and he also considering he has the starter stamina, he's gonna be the potential relief pitcher to be able to throw multiple innings if necessary. So yeah, I'm pretty excited by this move. And yeah, I mean, worst case it doesn't pan out, but we might as well try it, right? We're not missing we I think we demoted Sarin Lau, I think.
Yeah,
I'm remembering correctly. I mean, I don't think many Mariners fans are gonna miss him. So there's no really a downside to trying this out, you know what I mean?
yeah. Lau Lau was a good pitcher, but I think he's still in development. We have a lot of those types of guys. Like we have guys that have great stuff, great but by stuff I mean great repertoire. The pitches that they throw are good, but you just need more control. Once you get that control down, you can come to the Mariners and you can dominate because those pitches are really, really good. The way they spin, the way they move fast, everything. Same thing were Jackson Kowar. And so I think as long as they develop Lau, he's going to be an excellent relief pitcher. As long as they develop, um, who did I just talk about? Oh my
Or
gosh. Yeah. As long as they develop Jackson Kowar to be a more like control based pitcher, he's going to pop off. So all of our guys have that potential. It's super exciting. I want to talk about the Guardian series. The Guardian series is coming up, and the Guardians, I think, were at one point really close to the playoff spot. They were like 2 games back, but now they're back to being 5 games back. They're on a 3-7 stretch in the last 10 games. they've won two in a row so far in the last two games, and so maybe they're on a little bit of a hot streak, but they lost their closer to disciplinary action, and then their second best relief pitcher to the trade deadline. So, Alex, how do you feel about this team? How do you feel about the Cleveland Guardians right now?
Yeah, I mean the Guardians, they're trying their best per se. Their offense is really, really struggling. Without they have Jose Ramirez, he's obviously really good. Stephen Kwan is a good leadoff for them, but outside of that, there's not really much happening on that team. But most of their starters are under 700 OPS, which is below like the average level. So they have a ton of below average players in the lineup for them. Their pitching's like okay, I suppose. It's like not that good to be honest. Their relief pitchers are okay, but like Clase, he's not even in there anymore. So this team is very underwhelming, to say the least. They are not going to be competing for the playoffs, and there's a reason why they've been losing a lot lately. So yeah, this we're with Mariners. Their goal for this series definitely to win this series, and I think this is a potential series that we can sweep. This Guardians team is really does not have that many threats on this team, so I think the Mariners should be able to take full advantage.
I think, in my opinion, the most important thing about this series is to stop the combination of Stephen Kwan gets a base hit, then Jose Ramirez hits a home run. That's two runs instantly. And I'm not saying two runs is the end all be all because the Mariners' offense is really good this year. But to have that type of two guys that can instantly score the two runs and then change the game, that's a big part of this Guardians team. And I think that's honestly, that's the only part that I think we should watch out for. We need to watch out for. Obviously, things could happen. Those below 700 OPS guys could hit home runs all over the place. You never know, but still, the Quan to Ramirez, that's the two that we need to make sure that we don't get scored by because Quan gets a base hit, Ramirez hits a home run. That's two runs.
Yeah, the pitchers were thrown out. We have, I believe, in the first game, it'll be Kirby and then Gilbert, then Miller. So yeah, I think against not an elite offense by any means, hopefully our pitchers can play well and, you know, build a lot of confidence into them going into the postseason. I mean, we're about to reach the month of September, which is the final stretch, right? Going into the playoffs if we do make the playoffs. So yeah, this is the time in September where the Mariners they gotta play their best and gotta showcase why they're gonna be a team that other teams are gonna be scared of in the postseason. So yeah, this is a good test. This will be a good series for the Mariners to get a lot of confidence in and hopefully do well.
Yeah, especially the pitching staff, right? Like Bryce Miller is coming off of an injury. Imagine if he puts up a 6 inning no run show, just a showcase against the Guardians, especially because the Guardians offense is, I think, a little bit of a softer landing than the Phillies offense. 100% it is, right?
Yeah.
The Phillies offense eats you alive versus the Guardians offense has two offensive players. They're actually good. So Bryce Miller, I know his ability seems to be coming back. I talked about it earlier. His fastball velocity is great. His ride on it is great. The spin rate is also amazing. Bryce Miller is on the cusp of going back into being 2024 Bryce Miller, and I am all for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Alex, do you have anything to add?
Mariners gotta go do well, and this is gonna be a tough. I mean, not really a tough road trip, but the Mariners they've been struggling on the road per se this season compared to being at home. So yeah, hopefully the Mariners can have a good road trip, and this is the series to start it off well.
100%. Get more hits, get more runs, score more wins. Hey, let's get it, Mariners fans. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and our beautiful faces on YouTube. Check out our Instagram. And as always, go Mariners.
Go Mariners.